here at Mainstream Partnership as the Creative Development Manager because Mainstream Partnership is a regional organisation and it's a membership organisation, and the membership's made up of kind of key stakeholders, you know, like Curves and Quads and Nottingham Playhouse, you know, national portfolio organisations and other arts organisations. And the other really critical key part of our membership is the BME arts cultural sector. So that's arts practitioners who are individuals or groups or organisations who are from the different BME, Black, minority ethnic, or the other culturally diverse communities, could be LGBT or disability, or in fact Middle East, Irish, Eastern European and so forth. So that organisation is basically about bringing the mainstream organisations to engage more with the culturally diverse arts sector. It's not my idea for a business, it was actually something that grew from the ground up. So it was about a lot of culturally diverse and BME arts practitioners found that they weren't getting opportunities, developing their careers and so forth. And they decided it would be good to have an organisation that's going to disseminate information and help them coach them and develop them and give them help get opportunities for them to grow. So my role within that organisation really is to help them with their creative development and find opportunities, information and placements for them to be able to do that. I'm also an artist as well. So as an artist I have my own company, Dare to Diva, which works in music, literature and multimedia. And sometimes I'm involved in programming or curating programs and platforms for other artists. Or sometimes I'm writing and creating my own literature or my own plays or my own work, and I work also in film and photography. In terms of working at Mainstream, I think it's the opportunities that I've had to develop and grow and train, and to get the fulfilment of seeing people move through their career and achieve things in a very difficult arts sector. Personally, as an artist, I think one of my greatest achievements is to have taken part in the 2012 Cultural Olympiad. I produced a choreo poem to two packed houses at Curve, and that was a great achievement because I think my work involves working with professional, semi-professional and community artists, and I'm really about trying to engage with diverse audiences. So that was a big achievement for me, and I've just recently been made a Fellow of the Royal Society for the Arts, so that just kind of put the cherry on the cake. For the future, I would like to see, in terms of the Mainstream Partnership role, I would like to see a lot more BME and culturally diverse arts practitioners who I would consider produce quality work and have leadership potential, leading arts organisations and taking really active, proactive roles within those organisations. I would also like to see more commissioning and programming of BME and culturally diverse artists right across the board. For me and the organisation I work for, and in my own arts practice, excellence in 21st century Britain cuts across all the art forms and should be reflected in our arts organisations from, you know, sort of root, tree and branch, and we're not really delivering that at the moment with a lot of our arts cultural sector organisations. For me, it's about having staying power and to make sure that you have a very clear vision of what you want to do. And I think certainly both with my Mainstream Partnership role and in my own arts practice, because I work in cross-art and collaborative projects, that you really need to be an ace communicator, and you need to understand what people need and where people are coming from to be able to create win-wins and create fantastic partnerships and collaborations. I do believe that I have a sort of facilitative leadership style, and I think that's probably the best way to engage people in what you want to do at whatever level. My main piece of advice is really to have a very good idea But coupled with that idea, you've got to have a plan. You need to know exactly where you want to be, what you're going to be doing day by day, week by week, in 5 years' time. And then you make a plan to achieve it. I think a lot of people don't understand that they need that staying power, they need tenacity, that they need to work hard on their dream, their aspirations and their goals, and to really, really believe in themselves, because there will be obstacles and there will be challenges. But I think if you've got a really good idea and you're prepared to do the work, and of course it's really important to make contact with people who have information, support and resources that can help you. You can't always do it all alone. I think a lot of people are scared of finance, especially artists and arts practitioners and creatives in general. I think one of the things that I think is a strong USP of Proactive is that they demystify and make it very straightforward for you to understand what it is you need to do as an arts or creative practitioner. So for example, I know in the past they produced a fantastic guide with Creative Leicestershire that really goes through step by step all the information you need to have to be self-employed. It's my view it's very difficult to be self-employed in the arts and creative industries in this country. We have not reached the level that France and Germany, who really do support their arts creative sectors. So it's a hard road and it can be a lonely road. So I think Proactive have been very good at providing those kind of information resources, but I would go further on a personal level. They're able to give advice, they're able to help you set up systems, and basically when you're getting funding and things like that, you need to be able to account, you need to be able to manage the finance to be able to create the great work that you want to do. Equally for Mainstream Partnership, I would say that Mainstream Partnership has benefited immeasurably from Proactive's advice and also the financial services that they provide, which then allows us and frees us to concentrate on other areas of delivery that we need to do as an organisation. So I think they bring a lot of clarity and they demystify finance and they make it sort of more manageable and better for you to understand. They helped me in terms of with the project that I did for the Cultural Olympiad in terms of financial services, which were invaluable. And also I would say with Mainstream the same sort of thing, that they're able to make our management of our finance that much better, because they can take up things like payroll and they can give us help and advice about tax and so forth and updating. But as an artist, I think it's invaluable that you have somebody, and I think this is another USP, unique strength of Proactive, is that you need to have finance people who understand the arts and creative sectors. There are a lot of finance and accountancy companies out there, but they don't understand the arts and creative sector. They can't relate to what you're working in. And I think Mahmood in particular, who works there, because he's so plugged into the arts and cultural sector regionally, and he's been on boards and does work and training. He's done training for Mainstream in the past, and I know he's done training for other organisations to demystify finance and so forth. There's a real expertise there and a way of communicating with arts and creative people that makes it much more accessible and less intimidating. Well, definitely the bookkeeping services, and I would also say the financial advice in general, particularly tax, is an area, whether you're an organisation or whether you're an individual artist, that you really need to sort of keep on top of and make sure that you've got the records and information that you're going to need to be able to do tax returns and stuff like that. So that kind of advice really is absolutely invaluable, and you can't live without.